Hey, hey, hey. Shalom, you guys. I know this is a very, very, very late video. But the only reason why I'm doing it because I've been like somewhat busy and kind of caught up in worldly stuff, not bad stuff, and trying to get a little bit of rest because I do so much on a daily. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this dream me and my son had exactly at the same time, which was last night leading in today. Um, but it's nighttime now. I'm gonna start with his dream first. It's almost like he had like a two-part dream. Um, the first one was with this was he was outside. He was telling me, and he seen this tiger. He was the only one that could see it. He said the tiger was looking around, and the tiger could see everybody around him, but couldn't nobody see the tiger. Only my son. So when my son said the tiger started walking towards him, he woke up. Then after that, my son had another dream. In the second dream, he said that was the nightmare dream, the scary dream. It was when he seen all these people. They had these masks on, like the purge mask. Oh, he seen all these people, and um, it was hard. It was hard to explain his dream because he didn't want to talk about it again. But he pretty much said it scared him. Um, he said the clouds. He said everything was dark. He said it looked scary outside. Um, so I can't really get too much detail in his dream because he stopped talking about it. But like I said, it was almost like he was watching a purge thing happening. So during that time, he was sleeping. I was sleeping too. And at the same time, my dream was a little bit more happier than his. Mine was more adventuristic, you might as well say. My dream was about us as Hebrew Israelites. Um, the Most High mainly changed because I live in a big city, and everything around me was like forest. It looked like we was in a forest. It was so dark. It was so gray outside. If I can tell you, or if I would at least took a picture, a good picture, and possibly record it like what I'm doing now, how it looked outside earlier today, the clouds looked exactly how it looked in my dream, but darker. Like, that is crazy how the movie 50 Shades of Grey basically described how outside looked in my dream and almost how it looked today. The only difference with today is you can tell even in the atmosphere or in the sky something was happening. It was so windy. Um like I said, the clouds was all shades of gray. Um and every once in a while, like, it rained for like a good 5 minutes and it stopped, sprinkled in certain parts of the city and parts of the suburbs, and then the sun will come out every once in a while. So and when I mean every once in a while, like every 3 hours, like it'll come and it'll stay for literally a minute and go away. So like I said, in this dream, the I felt like it was a prophetic dream because, like I said, in this dream, it felt like I was dreaming for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but my dream lasted for 2.5 hours. And I noticed because I remember the time I went to sleep and I remember the time I woke up. In this dream, like I said, the clouds and everything was gray. It was gray and dark for like I remember it was like 2 days in a dream. 2 days. Um, and the reason why I say it was 2 days because I kept looking at the clock and I'm like, damn, it's still dark in the morning. I'm like, man, it was so scary dark. Didn't nobody really come outside. Like, it looked like a ghost town. And the thing is, remember what I said at the beginning. When I was outside, instead of it looking like the city with all the tall buildings, it wasn't buildings anymore. It was almost like in my dream, every time I turned my head, like turn around to basically pan everything, everything was changing to trees and grass. Like, everything was almost like replenishing and rebuilding itself again. Everything around me. Not only that, the this is probably like one of the best parts of the dream to me. Like, it was almost like a prophetic dream, like I said, because it was almost showing us like last day type stuff. It was me and other Hebrew Israelites, and when I mean other ones, like it was our people, us, this color. All of them was my color. If some was darker, some was lighter, but we was all like a black color. It was a lot um, of Hispanics, and I only seen like one. I remember seeing like one like actual native, but he was dark. He was our color, but like you can look at and tell with his native features, and his garb was different from ours. Now in this dream, like I said, it was like a lot of Hebrew Israelites, but it was only like three women. It was like three of us out of all of the guys, and the Most High gave us like these powers, like it was almost like superhero powers. Like I remember all of our eyes were changing colors when we looked at each other. We was in human form, but it was like he enhanced us. Like he made us look better than how we look now. Like he made us look totally different to the point the people that did come outside, and I don't even know if it was day or night because the 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 atmosphere didn't change. It was still the same. It was like at one point it'll get like dark, then it'll seem like it's getting lighter, but then it'll get back dark again. But us, the ones that the Most High gave these incredible powers to, we can see everything. We like the vision. I remember at least what I had, the vision that he gave me. It was like I can see far distances, like really far distances. At one point, I don't know if I was chasing somebody because at like the dream, like I said, it seemed like the dream was like 10 or 15 minutes, but it lasted for 2.5 hours. I remember I could have sworn, and I don't want to be wrong about this, and I pray that the Most High forgive me because I shouldn't have waited this long to make the video. But the dream was so good, I actually tried to go back to sleep to get the dream back again. Not to digress, but getting back onto our features, like I said, all around us, it was mainly us and a lot of Hispanics. It was mainly us, just our people. And then, like I said, I only seen like one native with the native garb, and like he was dressed like he was from the olden times, but his clothes, his garment was like ours. It was like royal garments. Like I can't even explain it. So we all was looking at each other and we was talking to each other. And I remember hearing a conversation from a far distance. It sounded like we were speaking a language none of us ever heard of. But like it was something foreign to all of us. But we all was looking at each other, touching each other hands, and like not each other hands like that, but we was like, because some people hands was glowing, like they had powers in their hands. Like I said, some of us, like all of us, had different color eyes. Like we can make them change to how my eyes look now, like regular. And then out of nowhere, our eyes change different colors, like red, blue, green, white, whatever. And at one point, something alerted all of us. And like I said, it was one point in the dream that I was running. And when I mean I was running so fast. Like it was almost like the speed of light running. I felt like I was in a different state. That's how fast I was running. But and I remember, and I'm about to digress again. This is not a dream. I remember when I was little, I was around like 11 or 10, and my mom brought me this bike, but it had like a banana seat type shaped bike, and I used to couldn't stand it because I thought it was so old school. It was a nice bike, but like I thought it was so old school. I didn't like the seat. So to make a long story short, every time I rode it, especially when I was learning how to ride it, I kept falling off of it. I remember one day at night, I just put the bike to the side because me and my friends we used to like to race each other a lot. But one day I was out there by myself at night. I put the bike in the grass on the side, and I just started racing from one end of the one end of where the sidewalk stopped all the way to the other side. I did it this one last time coming from one neighbor's house running back to my house, and I kid you not, I felt like something helped me run. Like I felt like something made me run faster than my regular speed of running. Like I was already running fast then because I was 10 or 11. You know, when you somewhere at that young age, you can do anything pretty much at that age. But I remember this vividly, like it happened yesterday. Like I'm back 10 or 11 again. I was running and it felt like something was picking me up off the ground, and I felt like I was running on air for a little while, but I was running really fast. And I was like, if somebody, when I think about it now, I'm thinking now, like if somebody actually would have timed me during that time I was running from my mom's, our neighbor's house all the way back to our house, which was like a long distance. It was almost like a whole block. I kid you not, I probably beat whoever record who would have topped that. That's how fast I was running. And I came in the house and I told my mom about it. I was like, I was running outside and it felt like something lifted my feet off the ground and I was running really fast. Like I would feel like the tip of my toes hitting the concrete, but then it felt like it was coming off the ground and it felt like something was like not pushing me, but it was helping me. It was guiding me to run faster. I'll never forget that. So in the dream, when I was running like that, it made me think about that happening. So I stopped, and it was just me and like two other people. I was with two guys, two two just Hebrew Israelite brothers, um, and we was just talking, and we was all looking around and we was looking at each other because we was looking at the powers that we had. The men, we all like I said, the Most High, he he strengthened our ability physically as far as hearing, seeing, um strength wise, because we was able to pick up and do certain stuff that we couldn't do in our carnal form. So it was almost like like I said, it was like three women. It was mainly all guys, and the people that didn't get the gift that we did, but they were still a part of the body. They was just looking at us in amazement, like they couldn't believe it. Like when I mean the Most High enhanced everything about us, like everything was like perfect. Like our skin was clear and perfect. It was almost like He renewed us, but in the flesh. Like everything was perfect, hair, nails, eyes, everything. And then on top of that, He gave us powers on top of that. And I remember, and it happened in a flash, and I woke up from it, and I was trying to go back to sleep to get it. Like I said, me and the two guys, we was looking around and how everything was so green, and it was so pretty. When I mean, like, I felt like we was like in a forest, or like when I told my little son about it, you know what he said? He said the wilderness, Mom. He was like, you was in the wilderness. I'm like, I probably was. Because I was thinking that in the dream, but I told him, like, just trying to describe to him how it was looking around us. Like, I think we was in the forest. He was like, no, you was in the wilderness, Mom. So um me and the two guys, like I said, we looking around or whatever, we talking to each other, and we hear something in the distance. Mind you, I said I ran so fast, I felt like I was in a different state. I'm hearing stuff where where we were at the very first time, when everybody was looking at each other and we was talking in the distance, and we was talking to each other, but in a language I never heard. And I'm assuming this was the original Hebrew language. Only we could understand. So after that, we hear this commotion going on in the far distance. We run back to where we was at, which took seconds. Me and two guys, we get back to where the rest of them was at, and everybody was like kind of like on their guard, like facing every which way. It was almost like a clock. We was all facing a certain way, and we was about to fight. I remember me just flinging my hand and at somebody, like pushing them out of the way. It was almost like we was fighting an adversary. Like I said, the dream happened so fast. I just remember, like when we swung our hands, or it looked like we was gonna punch or fight somebody, it happened so fast you almost didn't see the punch or the hit. I remember like hitting my left arm out and somebody went flying like if you was like swatting a fly or something. They flew somewhere, and I'm like, man. And when I mean we was fighting the adversary, we wasn't fighting our people. We was fighting other people. Sad to say, but we was fighting literally the adversary, people that don't look like us. We was fighting them. I remember us fighting them, and and we was winning. When I mean we was beating them bad. And then I woke up from the dream, and then I tried to go back to sleep seconds later. And it's crazy when you having a really good dream. You don't never get that dream back, but when you have like a nightmare, you it starts off where it left off, which is messed up. And that was the dream I had yesterday. Now, I don't even think I told you guys about this other dream that I had recently. I would say it happened like 3 weeks ago. It was like I was having like dreams back to back to back. Um, I was at first I didn't even think they saw me. I was looking like it was almost like aerial vision. I was looking downward at it was like an underground tunnel bunker slash prison underground. And it was deep too. It was nice, it was clean, but it was big, so you can tell they've been working on this for a long time. I seen this it was like a, what is it? I'm not gonna say it was like a train, but it was almost like a monorail thing, like train. It came down. It was real short. It was letting people was getting off. It was like guards standing at like two big doors, and then it was like another big door from afar off. But you literally gotta have like, I can't. It was almost like, okay, it's on. You guys can't really see what I'm doing. It was like two big doors right here. Then it was like a big open black space. Like if you try to walk straight across, it's almost like it was nothing there. You'll fall straight down. And then once you get past that side, it's like two other double doors, big gigantic doors, and it's a stairwell leading up some stairs going wherever it was going. And it was it wasn't bright down there, it was dim, but it was, lights down there, so people can see what was happening. The four guards, they was letting the people off the cars, getting out of the train cars. It wasn't a lot of people. I'll say it was probably like 10 of them. And as I get closer to see the people, one of the guards spot me. So I run all the way to the end of the first two double doors. Remember, I said it's an open space where you can fall straight down, and then it's another side. So I did a Twilight, what the vampires did, and when they jumped, they ran and jumped on the other side. I did the same exact thing. And then as I was doing that, I don't know if by me thinking of it, it made one of the guards come after me because he did the same thing. But by me thinking that he was gonna do that and thinking he was a bad person, it all manifested and happened how I thought of it. So when one of them saw me, I hurried up, ran, I jumped all the way over. When I mean that was a far jump, it was a far jump from here all the way to here. And I was in front of the double doors, but you can easily fall because whoever designed it made it so if you was a prisoner trying to escape, there's no way out. So it was very narrow. So as I jump over to the other side, the guard jumps over with me. And at this point, I'm thinking, damn, he bad and he probably not even human. So I'm like, he gonna try to fight me. So as I turn around, I ran up the stairs halfway. I didn't get a chance to see what was all the way up there. But as I turn around to face the guard is like 7 steps under me, waiting to fight me. He turned around, he looking at me real mean. And he was an Edomite, of course. He was looking at me real mean. And then and so I went down the stairs about to fight him because I'm like, shit, I might as well prepare myself now. I know what he's trying to do. I'm like, he knows I'm not with them, or he knows I don't have a mark. Because how the people that got off the train looked, they were all handcuffed. Not with like the actual handcuffs, but with the little strip they put on your, the little plastic hard strip or whatever that they have on clothes in stores or on food. It was like one of those on all of their hands, even little kids. So I knew it was something bad. I'm like, these probably people that don't have a mark, and they gonna either force it on them or they putting them in camps. and I'm in a bad camp right now. So he looked like he was finna fight me, and I'm like, okay, I'm about to fight him. I go down the stairs to ease down with him, and I woke up from the dream. And I was like, dang. So like a few minutes later, I tried to go back to sleep to get the dream again because I'm like, I want to see it through to the end, but it didn't come back. And I was like, I know biblically it says that some dreams are not Yah's. Like all dreams, like, and what I mean by is not his, like even demonic spirits or evil can mess with what you're doing. And what I mean by them messing with what you're doing, they can interfere with a dream that's meant to be good and try to derail it. So I would say now I'm trying to like piece all these dreams together to see what they mean. For the devil's liar, he's trying to interrupt me now, even as I'm doing this. But I'm trying to see, like, I know all the dreams mean something, and they're connecting. They're connected because it's almost like it's trying to prepare me for something or prepare us, people around us, to do something. Um, I just, I'm not gonna say I don't know what yet, but it'll come to me. So I'm gonna read more on it, and also too, it's always good to tell other people your dreams because somebody else could probably interpret it if you can't. But the one with all of us having the superpowers and all that stuff, I'm like, that was just almost like self-explanatory, that dream. But the other ones, it was almost like it was showing me what is to come. That's what I got from it. So it's good that we all share what we have because who knows, we could possibly be helping somebody else that either has somewhat of the same dream on the same page that we're on, or somebody that's trying to seek truth or want to understand why these things are happening. We can possibly help them, or vice versa. So I'm finna end this because I know this video is too long. I thought it was going to be 10 minutes long. It's 22 minutes long. Sorry about that. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I thank you for staying up with me. I'm about to go to sleep now. I'm about to put my little man to sleep. I pray that you guys have a good night. And shalom. Bye.